So Aqidah Tahawiyyah is this book. نقول في توحيد الله معتقدين بتوفيق الله إن الله واحد لا شريك له. So as you know, most of you guys are new, might not know this, inshallah, like those who already know, they already know. ولا شيء مثله, there's nothing like him. ولا شيء يعجزه. He talks about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the greatness of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, and who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, because when the atheist people, those who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the non-believers, and those who actually take, mashallah, the bounties and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granted, when they come upon you, and mashallah, when they ask you to describe your Rabb, same as when Fir'aun asked Musa alayhi salam to tell, he said, Rabbuna wa Rabbu sab'a samawat, he's the Lord of the seven heavens, the seven earth, he's the Lord of this. So Allah, Rabb, you have to be able to know who your Rabb is. So we say that there's no one, believe in Allah, in the guidance of Allah, that Allah is one without any partners. Always believing that there's no partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wala shay'a mithluhu, there is nothing like him. So there's nothing, you cannot compare nobody to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the King of all kings and He's the creator. Wala shay'a yu'jizuhu, there is nothing that can weaken Him. Everything Allah Rabbul Alamin is capable of. Wala ilaha ghayruhu, there is nothing worthy of worship but Him. We cannot actually worship or have even the thought of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Qadimun bil ibtidai, daimun bil intihai. So He is the eternal without a beginning and enduring without an end. لا يفنى ولا يبيد, he will never perish nor come to an end. ولا يكون إلا ما يريد, nothing happens except what he wills. لا تبلغ الأوهام ولا تدرك الأفهام, no imagination can fully conceive of him, no understanding can fully comprehend him. ولا يشبه الأنام, he does not resemble any created beings. حي لا يموت قيوم لا ينام, he is living and he never dies, always sustaining and he never sleeps. خالق بلا حاجة رازق بلا مؤونة. So he creates without a need to create, and he provides for his creation without any fear. مميت بلا مخافة باعث بلا مشقة. Okay, مميت بلا مخافة باعث بلا مشقة. He causes death with no fear of consequences, and he resurrects without any difficulty. ما زال بصفاته قديما قبل خلقه لم يزدد بكونهم شيئا لم يكن قبله من صفاته وكما كان بصفاته أزليا كذلك لا يزال عليها أبديا. He has existed with his timeless attributes before his creation, which added nothing to his essence, right? Okay. So knowing this stuff, inshallah, what do we do? What do we need to do, inshallah, is be able to overcome all this stuff. So this actually gives you it puts you into a position where you never get affected or you never get afflicted with. When you learn about the Aqeedah, you learn about your Rabb, you learn about the Prophet ﷺ, knowing this stuff, and then also being able to have facts and proofs. When people ask you to prove something, you have this, you have that, you're quoting from the Quran, you're doing this, and you also do quoting from the Aqeedah, you're quoting from there. It becomes really simple. So inshallah, this is why we went to do this, inshallah. So this is basically the results, inshallah, in which we're going to be showing, which is the Aqeedah, inshallah. The reason why you need to share this, inshallah, with others, ya mahabba, is because, inshallah, you have to prove, you have to let people know about these things, inshallah, alhamdulillah. So with every single time, with every move, with every situation, with every, mashallah, thought, you're always defending, and you're always, mashallah, constantly being able to, mashallah, know about your rights, inshallah, know about your, mashallah, deen. Because alhamdulillah, the more you know about your deen, there has been those who memorized the Quran. Not only that, they literally went to abroad to go memorize the Quran, and then they memorized the Quran, they finished the whole entire Quran. But when they came back, they lost their faith. Why? Because they never learned the meaning of it. They never learned connection with Islam. So the more you know about your deen, how does that help you? So alhamdulillah, simply by developing, inshallah, the habit of listening to a lecture. You're in campus, you're in school, instead of bumping music, instead of listening to a broadcast, always listen to lectures, inshallah. Yeah, alhamdulillah, when I was young, this really worked really well for me. Back in days, alhamdulillah, we used to wear CDs. And then after the CDs, alhamdulillah, there was a different, inshallah, situation as well. So it worked really perfect for me, inshallah. So what happened? And then after that, the iPod came out. And then was like back in 8th grade, when I was an 8th grader, they used to be CDs and so on. Then when I became a freshman, The Apple dropped their Apple where you can just go in circle, you can just like put a bunch of stuff there. And I will always upload a bunch of lectures there, alhamdulillah, and listening to these lectures, listening literally to these lectures. So many shuyukhs that you can find, very amazing shuyukhs, inshallah, which you're always gonna like. Even right now, if you go to the Apple, like if you literally go to the Apple books, you can find amazing lectures, mashallah, like, of amazing shuyukhs, alhamdulillah. Snor Ali Khan, there's so many other shuyukhs, alhamdulillah, you can literally listen to. But I was listening to them. So as I was listening to, I would listen to the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, the whole thing. And I would listen to, mashallah, like, the whole, and then this made me fall in love with it to the point where I started seeking. And then when I got my first whip, alhamdulillah, I'm driving myself to school. Instead of pumping music, I'll be, mashallah, pumping lecture, alhamdulillah. Listen to a lecture. And sometimes the lecture will hit me so hard, and mashallah, I'll be like, alhamdulillah, I'll just park in somewhere and really think for a minute, like, subhanallah, really, I didn't know that. Ajib. Ah. And times will come when you start seeing yourself growing in knowledge, growing in knowledge. And guess what, my dear brothers and sisters? Shaitan, Iblis himself, Iblis is afraid of the person who has knowledge more than anyone, inshallah. Iblis itself, it's afraid of those who have knowledge more than anyone else. Uh, uh, so reason why, because the sahirins and the suhara, the witchcrafts and the sorcerers, they're not able to cast their magic on you because the magic does not really work on you. Why is that? How come magic does not really work on you? Because of two things. Number one, you have something that magicians themselves they're afraid of. You have something that the jinns themselves are afraid of, which is knowledge. Alhamdulillah. For this reason, inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you guys. Jazakumullah khair. Listening to these particular lectures, inshallah, and that's what is it at, inshallah. Alhamdulillah.